हाँ क्रिश कुछ कह रहे थे।
अच्छा वो क्या कुछ वो अवार्ड्स के लिए मैं कह रहा था ना जो कभी
अच्छा अच्छा। हाँ क्रिश कुछ कह रहे थे।
हाँ वो क्या जो अवार्ड्स के लिए मैं कह रहा था ना जो कभी
अच्छा अच्छा।
क्या अवार्ड्स के लिए?
हाँ क्रिश कुछ कह रहे थे।
यार YouTube कौन सुन रहा है यहाँ पे डिबेट करके
जो अवार्ड के लिए मैं कह रहा था। अच्छा अच्छा।
But I've sent them with, that Zoom link in that group only, teachers group.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
Sir, is it live now?
Yeah, it's live now.
Okay, sir. Perfect.
Okay. Should I make you the host again? Maybe you might have.
Yes, sir. You can.
You need to present so many things, right?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Varsha ma'am is here.
Sir, okay.
Yeah, you're the host now, right?
No, sir. You had to make Secretary General the host, but okay.
I have made Pragya Joshi host. Who's Pragya Joshi? You are the one only?
Yes, sir. उस वाला account.
Who's Pragya Joshi? You are the Pragya Joshi, I guess.
Sir, that was the second account of mine. I'll just make the Secretary General the host.
Fine, fine.
Sir, that was the second account of mine.
Okay. So you can handle it right now, right? Now the Secretary General is the host.
Yes, sir.
Right. But everybody is here. So when you people are going to start?
Sir, in 5 minutes.
Fine.
Wait, let me admit. Arey, wo Beni ma'am is also here.
Yes.
Let's speak in English.
Sunita Raji.
Everybody is here. Principal sir is here. Our director sir, Ashok Pandey sir is here. Everybody
We
is
need to
Beni ma'am join.
admit Sunita ma'am to Krish.
Yeah, wait. 2C. We have to admit her, right? Good evening, ma'am.
Sir, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Sir, Beni ma'am.
Good evening, Sunita.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening,
everybody.
Good evening, sir. Good evening,
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to the entire Secretariat and President, Mr. Krish Walia.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sirs. Good evening, Beni ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Palak, Dipanshu, and committee head.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. What is committee head's name?
Sir, which committee head?
Which I
Sir,
see.
it's Paras.
No, no. Boy. Or Veni ma'am, how are you?
ठीक हूँ sir. Better.
Better.
हाँ.
So Palak, how has it been? 2 days?
Sir, it has been really good.
It actually is a dream come true for all of us.
Mm.
All the hard work is paid off.
Very nice. So you are still in dreaming stage or waking up stage?
So we finally realized that we are not no more dreaming and we woke up.
Okay, very nice. So Rajesh,
Yes, sir.
how has it been working with the young and the bright?
So wonderful. I myself have learned so much that not to, tell you about the things that I have also, got to know certain things and all, which even I was not knowing, to be very frank. And I'm admitting in front of everybody.
Very nice. So this is called learning and growing together.
Yes, sir.
That is what teacher and student relationship is. Learning and growing together, shining together, reaping the benefits of knowledge together. And let there be no animosity between the learner and the teacher. That is our ancient advice. So I'm sure you must have experienced it to the core.
Yes, sir. Truly said, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
दीपक.
Good evening, sir.
देखिए दीपक के आगे ही सब कुछ प्रकाशमय हो गया.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Hello. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, Varsha. How are you?
Good evening, sir. I'm good. Can you see me, hear me okay?
Definitely, definitely. Great to see you.
Nice to
Great
see
to
you,
see you.
Varsha. Nice to see you. So nice, Varsha. How are you?
I'm good, ma'am. How are you? I'm just
I'm
trying to
good
see
too.
how
So
many
nice to see you,
teachers.
dear. So nice. Great.
So nice to
Absolutely
see you.
wonderful.
Usha, I was
Hello,
asking
ma'am.
my compares. Did you check the details? Which batch she belonged to? That's Archana, ma'am, by the way.
Oh, hello, ma'am. I'm just trying to. I don't have a face in front of me, so I'm just trying to guess.
Archana, I think you need to open your video. Then it'll be easier for her to see.
Actually, since morning in my society, I didn't have any electric current. We had been just struggling with the minimal backups.
Oh.
And
Yeah, ma'am, my sister and I keep talking about you.
Thank you, dear. I miss you people.
Seriously, seriously.
Yes, ma'am. It's been such a long time. I haven't been able to visit school. And now this year I really wanted to, and I think this event was a great opportunity. But
Yes.
Definitely,
yeah, I
definitely.
think I'm glad we could do it over Zoom.
And virtually, definitely you're visiting.
Yeah.
Of course, of
Those
course.
school building and corridors you cannot see, but yes,
Yeah.
you can see your teachers.
Yes. And yeah, I cannot express. I didn't know how many teachers or people were going to be on the call. So this is a very nice surprise. Hello, Praveena ma'am. Hello, Veni ma'am.
Hello, beta. Hello, beta. मैंने सोचा मैम सबको भी hello करो and must come, must visit the school and anytime. I think after 5-6 months things will be all right. You should come and visit.
No, she is only 2 minutes away from the school.
Yes.
Oh.
You can just walk in
I
and
can
walk
walk
out.
in. I cross the school every day.
She's thinking that she can come and meet the teachers.
Yes.
I think.
Hi, Varsha. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Praveena ma'am. How are you?
God bless. Good, good, good. We're so honored to have you with this activity today.
I feel so honored to be part of this ceremony. And it's so nice to see that these MUN activities are happening at school level now.
Archana, are we good to go?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir, we are good to go.
Zahina ma'am, is Pratham sir going to join?
No, Krish, due to some reasons, he won't be able to join.
Yeah, because of some technical issues, I guess.
Okay, ma'am, fine.
And I'm really sorry to everyone. I won't be able to switch on my camera because the moment I'm going to switch on my camera, I'll be logged out. So
Okay, ma'am.
I'm
No
really
issues.
sorry.
No issues, ma'am. That's totally fine.
Okay.
Very good evening to one and all present here. Day 1 and 2 of Ahlcon Youth MUN witnessed the young delegates debating and discussing the topics concerning the humans and the environment both. The sessions have been eye-openers. We have reassembled for the closing ceremony with the hope that the spark will remain kindled in the hearts of many and they would continue to put in efforts either through their actions or to make the world a better place for all. It is indeed a matter of pride for us to have Ms. Vasha Sivaram as the guest of honor. I also cordially welcome the Director, Ahlcon Group of Schools, Dr. Ashok Kumar Pandey, Principal, Ahlcon International School, Mr. Sanjay Yadav, Principal, Ahlcon Public School, Dr. Deepak Raj Singh Best, Vice Principal, Ms. Veni Bhardwaj. I also welcome all the headmasters, the administrative officers, headmistresses, the teachers, executive board members, and our beloved delegates. Now I request my co-host Jigya to introduce the guest of honor, Ms. Vasha Sivaram.
Swarsha, an esteemed alumnus of Ahlcon Public School, has graduated from the University of Chicago, Harris School of Public Policy, Chicago, IL, and has completed her bachelor's with honors in economics and minors in political science. She is the co-founder of International Development Policy Association and is a senior editor in Chicago Policy Review. Ms. Varsha has an experience in leading a multi-million-dollar randomized trial RCT on labor markets, gender, and digital microfinance. She collaborated with UNICEF, Ghana, and the Ghana Ministry of Education on an RCT evaluation of teaching at the right level in 283 schools. She conducted field visits in 10 pilot schools, designed monitoring and evaluation tools. She co-authored a research paper on Do Laws in India Promote Samaritan Behavior, analyzing civil rights, legal provisions, and citizen participation. The research paper has won the Best Study Prize among 20 studies. We welcome you, ma'am. I request you to enlighten the virtual gathering with your motivating words.
Thank you so much, Jigya. Can everybody hear me okay? Am I visible, audible? Thank you. So, I mean, as I said, I really feel very honored to be here and very happy to see so many of my teachers after such a long time. And yes, it does break my heart a little that we could not have this ceremony in person. And more than that, not for us, for the MUN participants, that this would have been a completely different experience for you to fight for the right recommendation and like ally with the right country and strategize and everything. But I'm really glad that this event could happen at this point. The minute I saw this invitation, I was reminded of my first MUN, which I did in my first year of college. And for me, it just sort of, it was a gateway for me to start exploring what was there out after school. You know, you're just exposed to these sort of platforms which are so diverse and so different from the classroom setting that you're usually exposed to. It is people from different schools, different cities, different ages, and you realize that you're meeting people who you know, are coming from very different backgrounds and are going on very different paths. For me, I ended up at an MUN at IIT Delhi, and I was participating with someone from Ahlcon who was 3 years senior, and I befriended someone who was 4 years junior to me, but is now an Instagram influencer. So there were these very different kind of experiences that these sort of settings were offering that I was completely unaware of. And of course, when you're at these events, you are learning about the rules of the game. You're learning about strategy and communication. You're also fighting for the best delegate award. You're understanding how the UN Charter works. You're understanding about parliamentary debate mechanisms. But at the same time, I think what worked best for me was the invigorating environment that these sort of experiences offer. And you end up learning that there is so much knowledge out there and so many opportunities that you're not really aware of. And all this information and knowledge is not organized. So you don't know what all you don't know. You just have to start experiencing these things to realize that there are other things I should be reading about, I should be talking about. And I sort of felt comforted knowing that, okay, not everyone does not know what is out there. And it felt a good thing to know that everyone's trying to curate their own experiences. And particularly at this age, when our focus is it's slightly narrow, you're trying to think about your board exams, you're trying to think about college and coursework and entrance exams. And while you should be focusing on that and try to be consistent, you should also parallelly be open to more experiences and looking forward to doing that. And I think the key message I'm trying to get here is that don't be dependent on the information and the knowledge that comes to you. So while your teachers and your parents are all giving you all the necessary information, you should be using that as a diving board and start, Googling more often and talking to more people, join different communities. And you don't necessarily have to wait to get into college or wait to get into your job to do that. I mean, even if it's like a different community on Reddit, or if it's there are a lot of e-communities that have come up during COVID. And I think you should definitely be looking forward to those experiences and just not be limited to what comes to you, but go out seeking more opportunities. And of course, that while these experiences happen, you're also stepping out of your comfort zone, and that requires strength. It's also risky. And I mean, you try, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't work out, you try harder or you try something else. But I think the knowledge that comes from trying is what sort of equips you to start doing better or start tackling these setbacks better. And trust me, I almost failed a couple of my courses in my master's because there were too much happening. But because of these extracurricular experiences, I sort of had the backup and the training to end up securing my dream internship or having worked in 5 different countries by the time I was 25. And I attribute a lot of that to the co-curricular and extracurricular exposure I got. And I remember Bela ma'am had forced me into this inter-school competition at Amity Saket. It was a symposium and I was supposed to do a presentation. And while I did do a good job, I did terribly in the Q&A section. I had no idea what all was supposed to go in there and how I was supposed to prepare. But I definitely came back learning how better to prepare and how many different ways are there when it comes to thinking about these sort of challenges. So, I mean, I really feel very happy that all of you have started getting these experiences this early in life. And a big thank you and cheers to the organizers and the teachers who've sort of put in double the effort to do this over Zoom and do breakout sessions. I know all the effort that goes behind that. So cheers to them. But also you should be congratulating yourselves on having stepped out of your comfort zone. I'm sure there are a couple first-time MUNers here. And it is truly great that you got to experiment with something like this. And I hope that these sort of opportunities keep coming your way and you keep trying them out. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your motivational words. Alone, we can do so little. Together, we can do so much. This journey of Ahlcon Youth MUN 2020 couldn't have been accomplished without the unrelenting efforts of the organizing committee. We are presenting to you a short video, The Credit Roll. The entire team has put in commendable efforts. Now may I request Honorable Director of Ahlcon Group of School, Dr. Ashok Kumar Pandey, to address the virtual gathering and share his views and reviews about the event.
Thank you, Priyanshi. Ms. Varsha Sibaram, Dr. Deepak, Mrs. Veni Bharadwaj, headmasters, headmistresses, my dear colleagues, and the entire secretariat, organizing committee, and everybody who has been party to such a great organization. I would like to mention here right in the beginning that two people who have been very, very important in Varsha's life and my life, namely her father, Mr. Sivaram, who is a great friend of mine, and second, my wife, Mrs. Shraddha Pandey, who has been her teacher. So I have known her right from her early years through these two very important people. But unfortunate as it may be, I never met her, I never heard her. I only heard about her and all the great work that she's doing. And I'm so delighted to see her doing extremely well for herself and gracing the occasion today. So thank you, Barsha, and congratulations to you for all your achievements. So I think the only thing that I can tell you at this stage, at the end of this 2 days of hard work that all of you have exhibited, that well done. Kudos to all of you. 2020, of course, will be remembered for a lot of things in your life. But I think when you look back at your school life, look back at your accomplishments, I'm sure you will remember this Ahlcon MUN 2020 as one of the defining moments in your life. When, as rightly said by one of you in the beginning, that all of you came together and you really made it. Because alone you can achieve this much, but together you can achieve so much. And that you have exhibited. The kind of experience that you have gained, the knowledge, the research, documentation, articulation, and then this whole process of dialogue. I think for me, the narrative of any MUN, which I have seen over the years, is that you know what is the disciplined, civilized manner in which you can discuss. And you can tell what is in your mind, what is bothering you, what you have as your conviction, and what you'd like to grow with. And that is what the meaning of dialogue is all about. So that is one very important thing all of you have learned. And of course, so many of you must have seen a new avatar of yourself, your new version of yourself. If you look 2 days, 3 days ago, you will find, oh my God, how could I do it? How did it happen? But I'm sure all this happens when many people with great intentions come together, and you have some fantastic advisors and mentors, and of course, under the leadership of your principal, I think everything is possible, and that is what you have demonstrated. And therefore, let me reiterate again and say it again and again, that congratulations to you. 2020 will be written in very, very important golden letters in your lives. May you all grow with this experience, and may you all accomplish, may you all get motivated by people like Varsha, and may you all come back once again and don't say that I wish I had got this experience earlier in the school. Like Varsha said, you said that, look, I was the one who pioneered Ahlcon MUN in Ahlcon in 2020. So thank you all very much for inviting me. I wish you a very, very happy new year. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your words of wisdom. Now, may I request respected Principal Dr. Deepak Raj Singh Bish to address the virtual gathering.
Good evening, everyone. Honorable Director, Dr. Pandey, Vice Principal, Ms. Beni Bharadwaj, HMs, Secretariat, Executive Board members, and all the delegates, those who are present here. I just wanted to say thank you to the Secretariat members for organizing this first MUN 2020. And I'm sure throughout this journey, the day when you started thinking about conducting this event, I think there must have been a lot of learning, a lot of teamwork, a lot of collaboration, a lot of hard work, and Jill to do something new, which you people have decided that Jill. So I really appreciate each and every work done by you as a team. And I'm sure the delegates who had come, they must have had an enriching experience. So you have all done a commendable job, dear children, as director sir said. I think you have made the history. You have made, in fact, history by starting actually, at the time when everybody is indoor. So you're coming out in such situations and organizing for the first time Ahlcon MUN. So you have made the history, and I wish each one of you all the best for your future. And thank you, Bursa, for gracing the occasion. And thank you, Mr. Rajesh, for mentoring all these students, and the entire team, all teachers, each and everyone who's been part and parcel in making this event a great success. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspirational words. I now request the convener of Ahlcon Youth MUN 20, Mr. Rajesh Sehgal, to address the audience.
Thank you, Priyanshi. Very good evening to all distinguished guests, delegates, member of organizing committee, executive board of Ahlcon Youth Moon. It is said, where there is a will, there is a way. This statement is apt to our first edition of Ahlcon Youth Moon. We planned our Ahlcon Youth Moon in a record time of 1 month. Plenty of challenges, but today from this forum, I'm happy to see the dream of the students being fulfilled. Education is all learning, and we learned a lot from planning this inter-school event, where I want to sincerely thank the organizing committee, executive board, and the alumni of Ahlcon Public School. Also the school authorities and our HM in showing confidence and trust in the team. It is wonderful to see so many of you taking an interest in the United Nations. World works together at the United Nations, and sometimes, as our chief guest also said, is it doesn't work. That is a very important thing he said, which is very invaluable. Learning from mistakes and fear of failure and imperfection should not be feared, but it means that we don't value growth and learning. It means we don't value experience and struggle, and our obsession with winning means that we actually let go of what we could be learning at every single point. So I hope that this weekend you have been brave and courageous in your discussion, were not afraid to express your views. To those of you who did not win awards today, keep trying. There are always more conferences and opportunities to get involved in. Learn from your mistakes, whether it is improving your public speaking skill, spending more time researching issue, or gaining confidence in the committee room. Being open to improvement is important. Thank you very much. Over to you, Priyanshi.
Thank you, sir, for being the guiding force at every step. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, we have reached the most awaited part of this event, which is the result declaration. We must remember that results of any event just declare the ranks and not the education gained. Through active participation in an event, true education is gained. Therefore, before the winners are announced, we would like to congratulate all the participants for education they gained and for educating others as well.
Now I request Mr. Mayank Singhal, the chairperson, to announce the award for All India Political Parties Meet.
Hi, very good evening, all of you. I hope I'm clearly audible and visible. So I had the pleasure of moderating the All India Political Parties Meet at Ahlcon. It was a wonderful experience over here. I would like to commend the efforts of the Secretariat for the due coordination and everything. And also, it was the efforts put in by the participants as well as my co-executive board members were commendable. I would really like to thank Anirudh and Sloka for their efforts. And the results are already in front of you. So and they are in a particular order. We had quite a long discussion when it came to the results, but at the end, all three of us were at a consensus. So these are the results, wherein the second verbal mention is Mr. Manish Sisodia. The first verbal mention is Mr. Rahul Gandhi. Then coming to the special mentions, we have special mention 3, Manish Tiwari. Special mention 2, Subramanian Swamy. And special mention 1, Dr. Farooq Abdullah. Then coming to the high commendation is Mr. Akhilesh Yadav, and the best representative is Mr. Manoj Jha. Mind you, there was a cutthroat competition in the committee, so the mark sheet will be provided to you, and you will see what the disparity between the marks. So commendable efforts, congratulations everyone, and please approach us for the feedback post this ceremony. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, and congratulations to all the winners. I request Ms. Anya Vig, the chairperson, to announce the award for United Nations Commission on Status of Women.
Anya ma'am is facing some technical issues. She is saying that she is coming.
Okay.
I suppose till then we can move ahead.
Hi, I'm so sorry. My internet keeps dropping out. You guys were waiting for me. I think I just got a call from you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Can I go ahead and announce the awards?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
great. Before I do that, I just wanted to say a very big thank you to the entire secretariat and all those people who came together to organize this online MUN. And I feel like organizing one online is much difficult than organizing one offline, because all of us are so far away and it's so difficult to coordinate. But you guys did it really well, and hats off to all of you for doing this. And for the delegates of my committee, it's possible that you didn't win today, but that should not take away from what you learned in these 2 days. So we'll be starting with the special mentions. The third special mention goes to the delegate of Canada. The second special mention goes to the delegate of India. And the first special mention goes to the delegate of Norway. The you've anyway displayed it. The high commendation goes to the delegate of Iceland, and the best delegate goes to the delegate of Rwanda. Congratulations to all of you, to those who won and those who did not. I believe these 2 days were a learning experience for all of us, for you and for us on the other side of the table. So congratulations to all of you once again.
Thank you, ma'am, and congratulations to all the winners. Now I request Ms. Zahina, the Vice Chair, to announce the award for United Nations Human Rights Council.
Hey, hello everyone. A very good evening to one and all present here. First of all, I would like to thank each one of you to provide me this opportunity to be the Vice Chair of the UNHRC, which is all in all a wonderful committee. I want to thank Anirudh Bali, sir. I want to thank the section. The OC staff is just commendable because they are virtually on their toes. And yeah, they were really humble, polite, and cooperative at every point of time. So kudos to them. Kudos to the kids and the delegates who have participated. There was so much of enthusiasm in each one of them. And I'm talking on Pratham sir's behalf as well, that me and him didn't even regret for a second. We enjoyed each and every second of this particular committee. So it was really, really fun. And yes, so without killing the buzz any further, I would like to start up with the SpecMec in no particular order. So it goes to the delegate of Spain and the delegate of Italy. The high commendation goes to the delegate of France, and the best delegate goes to the delegate of UK. Congratulations to all of you, to those who have won and to those who have not, because you all are the winners, and we have learned something or the other in this course of 2 days conference. So, and I'm really glad that I was the chair. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, and congratulations to all the winners. I request Mr. Dhruv Jain, the chairperson, to announce the awards for United Nations Office on Drug and Crime.
Right, thank you. Good evening, everybody, all the honorable dignitaries and everybody who's been a part of this virtual meeting that we have today. It's my immense pleasure to congratulate the entire secretariat. I understand that it has enough been said and done, but that is how it is. It's the hard work that actually pays off, and it's worthy of a mention always, right? So on that, I'd really like to congratulate the entire secretariat for this beautiful, beautiful conference. Yeah, so I would also take this opportunity to extend my gratitude to my co-executive board members, Mr. Ishan Jain and Mr. Abhinav. Apart from that, we were constantly under the supervision, the august supervision of the teachers at Ahlcon, which speaks volumes about how disciplined and even in the closing, we saw how closely knitted as a society this school has come down to, with the likes of the chief guests that they've invited. That's coming way back home, right? So on that note, I don't think that they've displayed the awards, so I'll just announce the awards from my committee. We have 2 verbal mentions. The verbal mentions are worthy of a mention, right? And they could not make it to the award list, but yes, it was pretty close. Yes, I think it's on the screen. So we have India and Russia who will get the verbal mention. We have 2 special mentions which go to Japan and France. We have a high commendation which goes to Austria, and the best delegate goes to the delegation from Canada. Before I sign off, it's just that I would like to reiterate that all the awards that we always send out are only a testimony of, are actually not a true testimony of your potential. It's only the subjectivities and the objectivities that we as individuals on the executive board are subjected to, right? So it's always in the limited subjectivities and objectivities that we rule out the awards, and it's not the true reality, right? And on that note, I really hope that everybody of you took something back home. And yes, that's it. Thank you so much for hosting me.
Thank you, sir, and congratulations to all the winners. Now I request Ms. Khushi Arora, the Editor-in-Chief, to announce the awards for the international press.
Hi everyone, good morning. Morning teachers, good evening. Sorry. Good evening Secretariat and all the teachers and all the delegates. This was a pretty good simulation which I experienced today. Congratulations to the Secretariat for the success of Ahlcon Youth MUN 2020. Way to end the year. good job, guys. And you were pretty cooperative. Everything was smooth. And yes, I didn't face any problems. So yeah, it was all good, all well. Congratulations. And to the delegates, oh my God, your articles and your features were really great. Like, um, and of course, just like they mentioned before, that you know, literature and words and what the written word is always like subjective to the executive board. So it's so especially for the features, the poems and the diary entries that you guys wrote, they were really like, I mean, there were so many ways they could be interpreted, and you really came out of your shell when you wrote those features. While writing reports and articles, you stick to factual information, but when you write the features, that's when your inner spirit comes out. So that was quite the highlight for me. And of course, all of you are winners today. At the end of the day, it was really a marginal difference that I had to choose. But then again, you all were great. So I'll announce the results. The best journalist goes to Asmi. I hope I pronounce your name right. Asmi or Asmi. I hope it's Asmi. Congratulations, Asmi. And the high commendation goes to Kusha. And I have two special mentions, Gauri and Sia. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you, ma'am, and heartiest congratulations to all the winners.
I now request Mr. Anirudh Bali, Chief Advisor of Ahlcon Youth MUN, to address the gathering.
Thank you, everyone. I here had dual responsibilities, one as the chief advisor, other as the vice chairperson of All India Political Parties Meet. Uh, I still remember I was studying back in class 9th at Ahlcon when Swati ma'am came to us, to the class, with the DICE form of MUN training program, and I was interested, so I filled the form. However, I was given special instructions by ma'am for my conduct in the training sessions, and from that day I never turned around. I have done more than 60 MUNs till 2015, I think, and my journey with MUNs began in 2015 with Ahlcon MUN that was held in Ahlcon International School in 2015, and it was all due to the exposure and the MUN culture which was developed by Ahlcon, which provided me that exposure so that I was able to perform and participate in MUNs at IITs, at major colleges of Delhi University, at Jawaharlal Nehru University, and even outside Delhi NCR. Uh, Always there was this dream that we should also conduct one such conference in our school also. And I, standing here as the chief advisor, it's uh, just a dream come true. All the credit goes to the very hardworking team, the secretariat. A special mention needs to go to Pragya, Krish, and Ananya. Also to very hardworking teachers and staff, which were there at every point of time. We were able to conduct, when I was in Ahlcon, we were able to conduct two intra-module United Nations in 2017 and 18. And I very proudly say that now Ahlcon Youth MUN has come true. Actually, I have a lot to say, but I cannot just flow with the emotion. So I would just like to wrap up and thank all the executive board members for entrusting in me. And thank you everyone for making this all a success. I promise you that next time it is going to be great again, and probably on a better and a larger scale. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for being a great support. I now request Ananya Goyal, Deputy Secretary General of Ahlcon Youth MUN, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Warm and cherished evening to all the learned and eminent persons present here. Someone rightly said, no man is an island. An event cannot be successful without people who devote their time and resources just to make sure everything is perfect. Today, I feel privileged to propose a vote of thanks and acknowledge the contribution of those who worked hard in making this event a success. This can only begin by expressing my sincere thanks to Almighty God for making today's event a grand success. By their blessings and grace, we are able to make the event what it was. I would like to give a really heartfelt vote of thanks to our chief guest, Mr. Manjeev Singh Puri, and our guest of honor, Ms. Varsha Sivaram, who spent their busiest time gracing the occasion. I also extend my heartfelt gratitude to our honorable president, chairman, director, principal, vice principal, manager of Ahlcon schools, headmasters, headmistresses, and all our esteemed guests from Ahlcon International School who spared their time from their busy schedule to grace the occasion. With deep sense of appreciation, we thank our loving teachers and our administrative officers for being the catalyst of simulation and standing as pillars of strength. In addition, I would also like to thank Rajesh sir for guiding us throughout the journey. This type of event cannot happen overnight. The wheels start rolling months ago. It requires planning and bird's eye for details. We have been fortunate to have an organizing committee of very active and dedicated students of our school who remained undeterred by the obstacles and thus never gave up. I'm extremely honored to have Mr. Anirudh Bali and Mr. Shloka Roy as the most supporting alumnus. They are the ones who were there with us at every step, and I'm extremely grateful for their tireless efforts and motivation. We are really lucky to have you both by our sides. My sincere gratitude goes out to all our parents, to all parents and well-wishers for their rock-solid support system and encouragement. Thank you for giving us freedom to work and explore our talent. I also want to thank our comparing team for handling the ceremony so well. In addition, I'm extremely grateful to our EB members and delegates for being the part of this event. Finally, I would like to take this opportunity to record my heartfelt thanks to Krish and Pragya. I lack words for their support and cooperation and their passion for doing tasks beyond their comfort zones. Thank you so much for always being there. I once again thank everyone for being with us this evening. Your presence has definitely infused us with positive energy and determination. With this, I would like to call Pragya to say a few words and declare this event as closed.
Thank you so much, Ananda. So, nothing goes on forever. All good things must come to an end. A very pleasant evening to our respected guest. To respected guest, Ms. Varsha, respected director, Dr. Ashok Kumar Pandey, principal, Dr. Deepak Raj Singh Bisht, vice principal, Ms. Veni Bhardwaj, respected teachers and distinguished guests. Ever since we've been preparing for this event, there has been one moment that I wished never occurred. And delegates, dejectedly, this is that moment. These 2 days of the Ahlcon Youth MUN offered a platform where the young and ignited minds experience what diplomacy is at global level. There is perhaps no comparison drawn to the level of debates, deliberation, lobbying, and resolutions that were witnessed by me over these committee sessions. But delegates, it's really important to understand that your actual duty and responsibility begins after this conference, when you will have to be a catalyst for the social change. We all are living in a really tough time, and there is a need for an alliance of various generations. In order to empower the young, there is a need to share the existing power. So I would like to address those people in power that we, the youth, are ready to join you. We are ready to help you. We are ready to bring a change, not only in the future, but also in the present. Thus, I would like to thank our principal, Dr. Best, and also Mr. Rajesh Sehgal, who did share their existing power with us and also believed in us from the very beginning. Three pillars of a successful MUN are the delegates, experienced executive board, and the organizing committee. And we were fortunate enough to have all three with us. Highly enthusiastic delegates, highly experienced, as well as very hardworking and supporting organizing committee. Ahlcon Youth MUN is that thread which connected every facet of intellectual debate and outstanding organizational skill throughout our school. It's my hope that in the coming years, this legacy of intellectual and diplomatic debates endures. Before concluding, I would like to thank the entire organizing committee, the teachers, advisors, and of course, Krish Vela and Ananya Goel, who make up the backbone of this event. With this, I, Pragya Joshi, the Secretary General of the Ahlcon Youth MUN 2020, declare the conference as closed.
Thank you, Ananya and Pragya. Thank you everyone for patiently being with us and making this event a success. Suggestions, if any, are most welcome. Looking forward to meeting you again the next year with its next version. Till then, good night. Happy New Year to all of you. May 2021 bring happiness and prosperity to the world.
Thank you, Jagya. All the best. Thanks a lot and congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Deepak. Thank you.
Congratulations, everyone. Well done.
Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you
Well
very
done.
much, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Mr. Sehgal, Chris and team, very well done.
Thank you very much, sir.
Congratulations, Rajesh, sir. Very well done. Really
Thank
nice.
you very much, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Rajesh, congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
And God bless you.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Congratulations, sir, and the whole secretariat. Very
Very
well
nice.
organized.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All students, I think everybody has.
Okay, congratulations to you, Rajesh. Well done.
Thank you very much, sir. Thanks a lot. Thanks a ton, sir.
Congratulations to the entire team.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Praveena. It would not have be possible without the cooperation of all of you.
Congratulations,
Thank you so much.
Rajesh,
You're
and the
always
complete
there.
team. Excellent. Wonderful
Thank you
work.
very much. Thanks a
And
lot.
a special thanks from my side to Jagdish sir for being behind.
Definitely, he
Yes.
even was not well and cooperated enough